Hello my dear students, today we meet again and we'll start the third chapter, that is Indices and Cuberoot. Very simple topic. Let us get started with the topic. Suppose you write a number, any number in this form. Let us consider 7 into 7 into 7 into 7. Now this can be written in the form of an index or index form as 7 raised to, how many times 7 we are multiplying? 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 raised to 4. So this form of a number is called as index form. Any number written in index form. The plural for index is indices. So we will be talking about such numbers which are in base and index form. First, let us talk about the laws of indices, which you have already learnt in your 7th standard. But we will do a quick revision and we will start with the sums. Okay, so give the heading as name of the topic and write this form. Same way, 8 into 8 into 8 can be written as 8 raised to 3, index form. We will learn the laws of indices. Give the subheading as laws of indices. Laws of indices. Very simple. The first law goes this way. That is, if you have a raised to m, here a and m. A is the base and m is the index. A raised to m will start with into a raised to n. What you can see in this form? Both the base are same, a, whereas the index are different. If you have indices in this form where a raised to m into a raised to n, then according to the law of indices, you get the answer as a raised to m plus n. You will add the index. If you are multiplying number in index form with another number in index form, and they have the same base, so you will get the answer as a raised to m plus n. With example, you will understand it better. Let us give an example. Suppose I have 4 raised to 6. Okay, in place of a, I have 4. In place of m, I have 6. Into 4 raised to 7 is equal to. So how will you apply the law? Which law to be applied here? How will you get that? Both the base are same and the index. Okay, and you have multiplication sign. So if you have multiplication sign, then you will add the index. You will add these index of each number. So we will write base is same, no? 4. And then we will add the index, that is 6 plus 7. 6 plus 7 is equal to 4 raised to 13. Okay, so when I give example, it is much more clear. Similarly, we will learn the second law. Write it down in your book. Same way, now I will take a raised to m after putting multiplication. Now I will put division, divided by a raised to n. So if you have division, you will subtract the index, which is equal to base same, you will write a and m minus n. If you have multiplication, you will add the index m plus n. If you have division, base same, you will write and you will subtract first index minus the second index. With example, let us do this also. One example. Let me give an example. 7 raised to 5 divided by 7 raised to 2. Both the base same, 7, 7. So I will write 7. What is there between? Division. For division, you will subtract. That is 5 minus 2. Second index is 2. 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. So you will get 7 raised to 3. So for multiplication, you will add. For division, you will subtract the index. Now let's see the third law. The third law of indices, very easy. If you have a into b the whole raised to m, Remember, in place of A, you can get any number. In place of B, you will get a different number. No? Because this is A into B, not A into A. Into B, the whole raised to M. If you have it this form, if you have the index in this form, then according to the law, it means A raised to M into B raised to M. When you open the bracket, this index will be for A, index will be for B2, B also. So with the example, if you see, I have, suppose I take 3 into 19, the whole raised to 2. So please relate. In place of A, we have 3. In place of B, we have 19. This means, if you apply laws of indices here, you will get the answer as 3 raised to 2 into 19 raised to 2. Then if you want to find the value, you can get the value. 3 raised to 2 means 3 3s are 9 into 19 into 2 is equal to 38. But that value is not asked, just we are learning the laws of indices. Okay, so 3 laws we learned. Now we go on to the 4th law. So this was the 3rd law, 4th law. Now we did with multiplication. Same way let us do it with division. A upon B the whole raised to M will be A raised to M upon B raised to M. So simple as it is. If it is multiplied then 2, this index will be for both the base. Similarly, if you are dividing A by B, this index is for both numerator and denominator. Okay, A raised to M upon B raised to M. Let us see another example. Let me consider, suppose minus 15, negative numbers we didn't take, no? Minus 15 upon 9, the whole raised to 6, the whole raised to 7. The whole raised to 7. So this can be written as, according to the laws of indices, which law? Minus 15 upon 7 upon 9 upon 7. So this bracket says that the index is for both numerator and denominator. So I also wrote numerator, index, denominator, same index. So in the exam, you can expect they will give you such questions and they will ask you to apply the laws of indices. Okay, 5th law of indices is this way. 5th law, if you have A raised to M and the whole raised to another index. You have a number raised to one index and that whole thing raised to another index. So here you have 2 index. So this, if you have something in this form, you will use this law. That is A raised to M into N. You will multiply both the index. One index inside the bracket, one index outside the bracket. Both will be multiplied. With an example, let us see this also. That is, if I have 23 raised to 2, the whole raised to 5. So this will be 23 raised to 2 into 5. These two index we will multiply. 2 into 5 is equal to 23 raised to 10. 23 multiplied 10 times. Okay. This is not 10 into 23. 23 multiplied 10 times. 23 into 23 into 23 like that 10 times. Understood? Any number raised to 0. Anything raised to 0, the answer will always be 1. Okay? A raised to 0 equal to 1. Let us see with this with an example. Suppose I have 14 raised to 0. Any number raised to 0 will be 1. Now the 7th law. Listen, we have A raised to minus M. If the index is a negative number, you will write the answer as the index. If you want to make it positive, just 1 upon. 1 upon A raised to If you have the index negative number, to make it positive, you will do 1 upon that. 1 upon a raised to m. Example, if you have 7 upon 19 raised to the whole raised to minus 3. Minus 3. So this index is a negative number. If you put the whole thing as 1 upon the whole thing, 7 upon 19. If you have 1 upon, then this minus will become plus. It will be plus 3. Another example, suppose I have p upon q the whole raised to minus 19. What will be the answer? 1 upon, remember to put 1 upon p upon q will be the whole raised to plus 19. Minus 19 will become plus 19. Okay, just see, minus m will become plus when you do it, when you take 1 upon that. Now 1 upon is called as reciprocal. Huh? Reciprocal means if you put 1 upon p upon q, it will become q upon p. 1 upon means then denominator will become numerator, numerator will become denominator. In the next example you will understand. Now note it down. Now this is an extension of the law which we discussed just now. I will give you it numerator denominator form. Let us consider a upon b the whole raised to minus m. So it's a negative index. So how will that negative index become positive? 1 upon I said no. So when you do 1 upon to this fraction in numerator denominator form, if you have a number, if you take 1 upon means it will become the reciprocal. Denominator will become numerator, numerator will become denominator. So if you have a upon b the whole raised to minus m, you will write it as b upon a, reverse, b upon a, and minus will become plus m. If you have only one number, suppose you have 15 raised to minus 6, this will be 1 upon 15 raised to plus 6. One integer was present here, one integer. So for one integer you will write it as 1 upon 15 raised to 6. Minus will become plus. Now I have a rational number in the form of denominator, numerator, denominator form. So if I have a number 4 upon 3, the whole raised to minus 7, okay, only for negative numbers we are using this law of indices. If it is 4 upon 3, the whole raised to minus 7, this numerator, denominator. So now denominator will become numerator and numerator will become denominator and minus index will become plus. Minus 7 will become plus. Just check once again. 15 raised to minus 6 will become 1 upon 15 raised to plus 6. 4 upon 3 minus the whole raised to minus 7 will become 3 upon 4 the whole raised to 7. Minus will become plus. Let us apply these laws of indices in these sums. Okay. As you can see, first one 3 raised to 5 multiplied by 3 raised to 2. Both the base are same, index different, and you have multiplication sign. So you will add the index. That is 3 raised to 5 plus 2. If you have multiplication, you will add the index, which is equal to 3 raised to 5 plus 2 is 7. Over. Okay, this way it's asked in the question. You have a box there for 7. So you have to show these steps. So you used here. Now see the second sum. Both the base are same. A raised to m divided by a raised to n. You have division sign here. So for division you will subtract. Base you will write same 3. First index 7 minus second index 9. How much is 7 minus 9? 7 minus 9 you can't do. So you will do 9 minus 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. I copy the base same. 9 minus 7 2. And the bigger number is 9. It is having negative sign. So you will put minus 2. Okay. So we got the answer as 3 raised to minus 2. Now when you see this Are you able to recollect one more law of indices? Just now we discussed base raised to negative index, that is a raised to minus m. If you have a raised to minus m, what you will do? What is the law here? 1 upon a raised to m, no? If you take 1 upon, that negative will become positive. So if you use this law here again, what answer you will get? You will get the answer as 1 upon 3 raised to 2. Minus 2 will become plus 2. So if you want to make negative index into positive, you will just do 1 upon 3 raised to 2. I think this part is not asked in the textbook. In the textbook they have asked you in this format. Okay? We just discussed, we can apply one more law here. One more law of indices we can apply here to make negative index positive. I'm not confusing you, no? Okay? Now we'll go on to the third one. Third one, what is the question? Third question is 3 raised to 4 the whole raised to 5. Very easy. One index inside the bracket, one index outside. So you will write it as 3 raised to 4 into 5. 4 into 5 will be 4 5s are 20. So 20 is the answer. These are easy. After that, we have the fourth question. Now the fourth question is 5 raised to minus 3 equal to, again same thing we discussed, negative index means you will write it as 1 upon 5 raised to minus will become plus 3. So here we have the box, we will also write this way. Next question we have the fifth one, our favorite. Any number raised to 0 will be, a raised to 0 is equal to 1. Any number raised to 0, 999 raised to 0, 1. So 5 raised to 0 will obviously be 1. Put it in a box. Next we have the sixth question. 5 raised to 1. This is to confuse you. 5 raised to 0 is 1. Then some students will have doubt. 5 raised to 0 is 1. Then 5 raised to 1 will be 0. No. 5 raised to 1 means 5 multiplied only 1 time. That is 5. 1 into 5 is 5. 5 raised to 1 is the same number. 6 raised to 1, same number. 90 raised to 1, 90. 90 raised to 0, 1. What did I say? Suppose you have 17. 17 raised to 0 will be 1. Any number raised to 0 is 1. But 17 raised to 1 is 17. Okay? Then we have the next sum, seventh sum. Very easy compared to all these. 5 into 7 the whole raised to 2 will be 5 raised to 2 into 7 raised to 2. So here you have box, here you have box. Put the appropriate box as asked in the question. Be happy. Eighth sum. Eighth sum, copy the question. Eighth sum you have 5 upon 7 the whole raised to 3. 5 upon 7 the whole raised to 3 is equal to 5 raised to 3 upon 7 raised to 3. For 5 also 3 and for 7 also 3. Here the box they have put. Now, this seems to be very easy, but one digit written here and there, you will get it wrong. So please check your answer before you submit it. Now we go on to the ninth question. 5 upon 7 the whole raised to minus 3. Now, minus 3 is the index. And this is a fraction, numerator denominator form. So if you have numerator denominator form and negative number, denominator will become numerator, numerator will become denominator. And negative index will become positive. Now I told you, if you do 1 upon, it will get reversed. So this is 7 upon 5, ulta pulta, the whole raised to 3. The whole raised to 3. So where is the box given here? Here you have one box and here you have the second box. So this 7 upon 5 the whole raised to 3. So this way we have used the laws of indices to solve the let's recall part. I want you to copy these things in your book with the laws of indices, and we will be solving the next part. Take care. Bye students.